Good morning. Today is Wednesday, and Wednesdays are packet days. I typically don't do a lot of videos on Wednesdays because the teachers are having meetings and I'm preparing work for the next week and grading last week's work. But I did want to talk to you about today's packet. At the front of the packet is this instruction sheet. It tells what you should be doing about what time. You don't have to stay on schedule, but this shows our 5 hours of work that the Indiana Department of Education says we need to be doing. So I want to go through your packet with you and give you some directions. This is your spelling words. And with your spelling words, I want you to practice your handwriting. You're going to trace the words on the dots as nice and neat as you can, using the lines to help you write, like that. See how nicely I traced them? And then you're going to write the word 2 more times neatly on the lines. This is to help us get better and better at our handwriting and learn our spelling words. See how nicely I did that? I want you to do it just as nicely too. Your spelling words are am, at, sat, man, dad, met. I have a reading log, and your instructions sheet says read a book, write it in your log. Uh, every book you read this week during e-learning, I want you to write down in here. It can be one of the books I gave you. It could be a book you have at home. It doesn't matter. Just read it and write it down on here so that we can keep track of how much reading you're doing at home. And the more reading you do, the smarter you get. Along with your reading log, I included a sheet that looks like this. And I hope you read at least 4 books this week. So for each book, it says title. So you would write the title of the book. So like if I read Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, I would write Chicka Chicka Boom Boom on the line. Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. So I would write Chicka Chicka Boom Boom on the line. Then in the box it says, draw a picture of your favorite part. I'm not going to take the time to draw while we're recording video, but right here then you draw a picture from the story of what you like best in the story. Like I like the part with Loose Tooth T when they fell down. You also have a Dan and Nan book. Dan and Nan. Dan and Nan. And I want you to practice reading this book at least 2 times. I am Dan Cat. So you should be able to read this. We've been working on these words this week. Dan Cat sat. I am Nan Cat. Make sure you're using your reading finger when you read to help you be a better reader. Nan Cat sat. Dan sat. Nan sat. Dan and Nan can play. So practice reading this book at least 2 times a day during e-learning so that you get really good at it and you can read it fast and it's not hard for you anymore. Your next work is your word family work. This is kind of fun. You're going to need some crayons to do this. So on this page, you're looking for words in the at family. So you're going to read all of these words 3 times, and every time you read them, you're going to color the star. So I want you to read each word 3 times, and every time you've read all the words, you're going to color a star. So let's read. K, at, cat, r, at, rat, f, at, fat, s, at, sat, m, at, mat, b, at, bat, h, at, hat, at, pat. Over here, I want you to write the words very neatly so that I can read them with your nicest handwriting. Are we rushing through our work or are we doing our best? We're doing our best. So you're going to write the words on the lines very neatly. I'm just going to do one. You don't want to watch me do all of that. So like I did with cat, you're going to write the words very neatly on the lines. And this says find and color the at words. So there's the word bat. So you're going to color the letters very neatly. This word is man. No, I don't want to color that. That's not an at word. Ben. Oh, that's not an at word. There's mat. That's an at word. You would color that. So color all of the at words. And then at the bottom, you're going to trace the sentences with your pencil. The cat sat. And then color the matching picture. Do you see a picture of the cat sat? Color it. In first grade, we do nice, neat handwriting, and we write with a pencil and we color with crayons. So you may use your crayons to color this picture of the cat, and you may use your crayons to color the at words here. To trace, pencil. To write, pencil. Don't forget your name. We're going to do the same thing with the add family and the and family. Same instructions. And yesterday we read a book about who is a pal. Who is your pal? So my pal is, I'm going to say my pal is Mrs. Champion in the room next door. So I would write her name, Mrs. Champion. And then we like to talk and laugh. 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 Do we spell the words correctly? Do we ask an adult to spell the words for us? Or do we try our best using our letter sounds in first grade? Yeah, that's right. We try our best and use our letter sounds. You do not have to spell them correctly. Then down here, draw a beautiful picture of you and your pal. And remember, Mrs. Witzel loves color pictures. So make your picture in color. Not black and white. I don't like books with black and white pictures. Do you? Color picture. And your math. We've got some math to do. And I included your homework for lesson 2. So this is more of what we did this week in math. The homework helper page is to help the adults that are helping you with your homework so that they can understand what we did in class. They weren't here when I taught the lesson, so they don't know what I want you to do. This is just like we did in class. Circle 2 parts you see. Make a number bond to match. So in number 1, I see 2 parts. I saw a 3 and a 3. So I'm going to fill those in the number bond. Because I circled 2 parts of 3. And all together there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dots. That goes in the big box. Like this. So you're going to do that for all of these problems, even with the stars and dots. Then on the back, you got to find 2 ways. Remember we did this with the apples and the strawberries? 2 ways to show number bonds with the doggies. You can do big doggies and little doggies. You can do doggies on this side and doggies on this side. So you want to make 2 different number bonds with these doggies, and you want to make 2 different number bonds with the kitty cats. Also, oops, I got my paper. Oh, messy whistle. We've been doing this as a sprint where we do it with a timer. This time, I want you to fill in the missing parts all the way down to the bottom of the page, all of them. So, like 5, when I make 5, if I put 4 fingers down, I have 1 left. So, you're going to find parts of 5. 5, I put 5 fingers down, I have 0 left. 5. And let's look at this one. 5. Let's look at this one. 5. I put 3 fingers down. I have 2 left. So you're looking at ways to make 5 all the way down to the bottom of the page. So what you can do is put up 5 fingers, and whatever number it says, put that many fingers down and see how many you have left. And then this math page, we're going to do the whole page here too. You're going to count the dots and write the number. Okay? And here is your religion. Here's a little story. This is the readings from Mass this week. And it says, Lord, your love is eternal. Do not forsake the words of your hands. Now, these are dotted letters. And that means you are supposed to trace them with a pencil. So you're going to trace them like I just did on the word Lord. Do you see that? Then we have a story about this saint. And this is about Saint Maximilian Kolbe. He was a martyr. A martyr is a person who dies for God. Saint Maximilian Kolbe was captured and held in prison. He knew that someone was going to be killed, so he sacrificed himself so that another man can live. And this little mouse down here says, there are many liturgical ministers that help during Mass. How many people are serving at Mass? And here you have a little maze to do. And it says, all the people at your church make up God's church. Draw your church family. So draw the people that you see at church. And from the readings today, the gospel, Jesus said, and so I say to you, you are Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, right here. So that is your religion page for today. And I cannot wait to see your work. Make sure you bring it back to school on Monday in your Wednesday folder. And don't forget to tell your parents to come to back to school night tonight at 5:30. Bye.